welcome to Into the Abyss, and a new random feature here I'd like to call Movies My Students Made Me Watch. Now obviously they didn't actually make me watch these movies, but that sounds like a much better title than Movies My Students sort of recommended I watch. So, Movies My Students Made Me Watch. It was midterm week this week, so as you can imagine, a lot of students and teachers that are a little stressed, looking for fun ways to blow off steam. As I was walking through the student lounge in between midterms, my students, who all know about Into the Abyss and my love for horror, said, "Miss Lucia, you've got to check out this new movie we watched." I'm like, "Sure. What's it called?" VelociPastor. Now, I actually already seen this poster floating around the internet before my students had recommended it to me. But seeing as how my students recommended it to me, mostly my 10 honors English class, I said, okay, I'm going to watch VelociPastor, which happens to be free on Amazon Prime. What is VelociPastor about? Well, a young pastor, Father Greg, is trying to get over the tragic death of his parents in a fiery car accident that we didn't actually see because they just put a placeholder that said VFX burning car. He goes to China to try to regain a sense of spirituality. While there, he encounters a young girl running away from a bunch of ninjas. They shoot her in the heart. She dies, and as she's dying, she gives him what looks like a claw. A little bit of miscommunication. He says, "Do you want me to take this?" She says in Chinese, "No, destroy it." Of course, he doesn't understand Chinese. As he's stumbling away, he cuts his hand and bleeds on the claw. Where the claw gets into his cut, it's not quite clear. So, this is the horror comedy, low-budget version of the Spider-Man radioactive spider bite. So, our pastor, priest, what's another thing too, it's called VelociPastor, but he's a Catholic priest, but we're just going to roll with it. When he gets back to the U.S., he discovers, much to his chagrin, that now whenever he gets agitated or upset or angry over the injustice and sins of the world, he turns into a velociraptor that really looks more like a hunchback T-Rex. What can I say for this movie? What has this movie got going for it? Well, it is free on Amazon Prime. And I will say it's not the worst film that I've seen. Would I recommend VelociPastor? If you got a good sense of humor and you just like to chuckle at a movie that really, ironically enough, it does the whole journey of the hero, accepting my burden, things like that, coming back changed. But the FX pretty low. At one point, they show a rolling head that VelociPastor ripped off, and it's basically just a mannequin head. The rubber suit. Now, the poster looks cool. I would love to have this poster in my horror cave. I wish the movie were as cool as this poster. Sadly, it's not. If you like to chuckle over movies like I do, like, Thanksgiving, then this would be a fun way just to blow off some steam. It's free on Amazon Prime. You can play it in the background, watch it, and watch something else. But for my first installment of Movies My Students Made Me Watch, VelociPastor, free on Amazon Prime.